Hello guys, we got a crowd here already, don't we? Ponyboy was in here when I was testing out Geronimo before the stream. Kohat, welcome back Kohat, good to see you around.
Ponyboy Horse says, I am the crowd.
You're something alright. I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do today, but I have some ideas. Also, how's the music? It's kind of loud for me, but I'm not sure how it is for you guys.
Ponyboy Horse says, not loud for me.
Okay, maybe it's just me then. Let's take one of my earbuds out here, so I'm not overwhelmed. I hate streaming with both ears covered. It like weirds me out. It's like I can't tell what's happening around me. Nothing's ever happening around me because I'm just sitting here in my home by myself, but you know, there's that sense that I should be more aware of my surroundings, and I don't like looking in the corner where my desk is set up and not being able to perceive anything behind me where the entire rest of the room is.
You might want to up the music by like 5% and then lower your voice by like 2.5%. It's fine though.
Up the music? I was thinking the music would be too loud, but if it's lower then...
Ponyboy Horse says, get a mirror.
I don't want to look at myself while I'm streaming. I don't need to see my weird posture. And no, it's not even shrimp posture, by the way.
Ponyboy Horse says, or do what the pros do, tape a spoon to the edge of your monitor.
And normally people are like, oh, I stream like this. I'm like a shrimp.
Says, get self-conscious. It's important.
But I have like a corner desk, right? So it's like this, and my monitor is right here. So instead of being shrimp bodied, I'm like this. And here's my chair. And I got my keyboard over here, so I'm like this, and my screen like this. And that's me. And my tablet. And then I got my second monitor over here. And then I got my third monitor over here. That's where you guys are, by the way. This is where OBS is. So now you know my weird streaming setup. Oh yeah, there's like a shelf right here too. And then the mic is clamped over here, and it's like this. Yeah.
Kohate says, me, personally, I slug it out, lean back all the way with my arms out like I'm riding a hog. Ponyboy Horse says, Diceback just canonically drew his feet on stream.
I didn't even draw feet. Here you go. Now here you go. There you go. There's my feet. There's my canonical feet. We gotta make it look right.
Ponyboy Horse says, damn Diceback, do those dogs bark?
Oh, they might as well. But yeah, I need more artwork for thingamajigs, for shorts videos, so we're gonna draw this dude. And I might do a couple sketches to start with, because I'm not sure if I want to have like a one of these.
Ponyboy Horse says, it's the enemy from Crash Bandicoot.
And he's gonna be like holding his torch like so in front of his mouth. Have the other one over here. And then he's gonna be like blowing fire this way.
Actually your only ally, PBH.
There's an evil one too. There's the bad mask and then there's the good mask. I think the bad mask only shows up in the later games. Mind you, I've never played Crash Bandicoot. I've just watched it on Only Planes.
In many years.
Past, haunted souls in the shadows cast.
Actually, this guy's whole body should be kind of more skewed this way.
Kohate says, I don't consider the quantum masks canon.
We got a Crash Bandicoot hipster here.
Kohate says, everyone knows me, a huge Crash Bandicoot fan. Yup. Kohate says, knows nothing about CBC. Ponyboy Horse says, what would happen if I did a spin attack against this guy?
Probably not a whole lot. I don't think he's particularly susceptible to spin attacks. So anyways, that's one composition I was thinking of. Maybe we even zoom in a little more. But then I was thinking maybe we do one from below.
Ponyboy Horse says, yo, what if he got a mouthful of that cool powder stuff and breathed green fire or something? Kohate says,
cool powder stuff?
What kind of short are you trying to film?
We're doing Creature Codex shorts where I just give little lore drops about the creatures. This will have to be a lot more zoomed in. The shorts have actually been doing pretty well for me. It's about the only way I consistently gain followers. So I'm trying to put out new ones every week at least. I like to do more, but trying to have artwork for every creature is a little daunting for that.
Ponyboy Horse says, shorts are great because people have zero attention span.
Yeah.
Kohate says, I feel like you've already got some fire-breathing illustrations of this dude was why I was asking.
I have like one. I have more of the other ones, but this guy is like the awkward middle evolution, so I haven't drawn him a whole lot, specifically. You know what? I think he needs to be like turned. More like that. I'm not even sure if that face is in like proper perspective. That's a little closer, I think.
Kohate says, Friar and angle jump scare.
Free run angle. Well, luckily he is just a cartoon.
Says, I miss the Friar and angle meme.
Sometimes it does get weird trying to draw cartoony creatures like this, like in perspective. Or just in action, because it's like, okay, how does this part of their body actually move?
You can recreate it anytime you want, PBH. No need to miss it.
Yeah, PBH. Just draw it yourself. It doesn't even have to be good, that's part of the joke.
Ponyboy Horse says, how would Tiki Tom fare in a cold, Arctic climate? Also Evergrade made Sherman Friar and angle already.
Oh, so just because Evergrade did it means you can't? Also, Evergrade was inviting me to do what do you call that, repo sometime, but he hasn't gotten back to me since I told him when I'm available, really. I'm gonna have to ask him about that because I was gonna burn some time off. I want to make sure everything's kosher before that. I think I've decided on this angle, considering how I've actually started working on it. I was gonna ask for opinions.
Ponyboy Horse says, Evergrade fact, Evergrade takes 5 minutes of every hour refill his soilant.
So what do you guys think? Number 1 or number 2? Number 1 or number 2? Number 1, number 2.
Ponyboy Horse says, 2 seems more dramatic. Kohate says, just like the optometrist, I'm not so sure but I'll say 2 because I have to give some answer.
Alright, I was thinking 2 as well, so I guess it's settled. Actually, part of the reason I was wanting to take some time off work again is just because I'm actually getting really close to having the first version of the creatures PDF ready to go. So I was hoping to finish it up fairly quick and then actually have something on the website that people can, you know, buy. You know what, his face needs to be longer.
Deepers.
Deepers.
Ponyboy Horse says, Creatures 1.0 will be filled with bugs.
It's going to be more like a 0.5 early access
Ponyboy
build.
Horse says, gonna need a day 1 patch. Kohate says, specifically Magmant.
Magmant. Why does Magman need patched? Is there something about Magman that I forgot? Oh, is he missing one of his sections? I remember there's some creature where I forgot to write like combat information.
Kohate says. Nah, he's a bug.
That is true. I need to remember which creature it is that had that missing section. Not that that's part of the PDF. If it's available on the website, that's just going to be there for now. You know what? Let's have his little flaming head like blowing backwards. You know what, if we're counting bug creatures as bugs, then I guess there's going to be quite a few of them. We've got a moth, we got a butterfly. We got Magmant. Are snails considered bugs? We got a spider one. So yeah, I guess there will be bugs.
Kohate says. Yeah, I guess. Kohate says. You've also got larvas.
Larvas? Well, yeah, larvas are bugs. They are the bugs of the things that I was mentioning. Or they are part of the families that I was mentioning. Also, I need to do a slight redesign on this guy and Tortiki because their grass skirts don't match the way I was doing them in the rest of the art style. But I did that for Torkish, and as you can see, his is styled a little bit differently. Oh, not that one. It's more stylized. I feel like this guy's face doesn't look angry enough. It looks a little too cutesy. Maybe it's just because he doesn't have the big grimacing teeth showing.
Ponyboy Horse says. Why can't they just have individualized skirts?
Because that would be a pain to design a completely new skirt every time. We gotta maintain some consistency in the art style here. I know it's changed a few times over the 6 years I've been doing this, but...
steal. The second art tip is that thinking is bad.
I don't know, I feel like thinking is perfectly fine myself. How you doing anything if you don't think about it? Like, at some point it becomes muscle memory, but up until that point, you gotta think.
Kohate says, takes too much time.
Oh, are we talking about the design of the skirt? I guess that tracks.
Kohate says, I operate exclusively off of emotions.
I don't think that's true. I've seen you use references before.
Bonaboy Horse says, thinking is overrated.
Let's actually scale this guy down a tad so the angle is a little more dramatic.
Kohate says, I've had a change of heart, thinking might be exactly appropriately rated.
There's a time for thinking, and then there's a time for just going on vibes, and the time for thinking is in your composition. I am actually going on vibes at this very moment. Alright. That didn't take very long. I think we'll leave that one here. Maybe we'll try doing another one of a different creature. I saw this guy and was thinking, hey, I could probably do one for them, but I'm not entirely sure what to do with this guy. What would I draw this guy doing? Besides expelling gas, which I already have a picture of him doing.
Kohate says, you could do like, a little herd of them, meandering.
A little herd? You know, we could draw them like in their natural environment. That being underground. Let's see what we can come up with. Okay, I need a browser window on my other screen here. Let's see. Ah, yes, there we go. I was thinking we could have like a have some of this stuff. Like these stalactite columns. And then they'd just be like floating around in between them. I need a much smaller eraser for this. You want his nose should be pointing out this way. And we can have like one in the foreground here. I'm trying to think of how their bodies would actually move.
Reverse Generalist 6 Kerna says. AI viewers stream book.
Hello. We got AI viewers already.
Kohate says. MFW I'm a bot. Kohate says. Selene.
Where's my pony boy? Fine, I will ban him myself. So these guys will basically be like playing a game of tag or something, chasing each other around. Can't forget the little tentacle bows. Actually, the eye should probably be more like so. This is kind of one family of creatures that I often kind of forget about.
Kohate says. Which is a shame because they're cool.
I know you like them. They just don't have a whole lot of personality, you know. Also, I don't think I have, like, a conjurer that would specifically use creatures like this. Okay, you know what? I think I do need to move this backwards a little bit. This guy's kind of looking like Squidward. Or a Minecraft villager. Which I guess is okay since they're supposed to be like squids with an air sac on them. Let's give this guy a little bit more work. You know what? I think I want to move all of this over here. And then we'll fit like the third one in towards the middle. I'll move that guy down a little. Let's have this guy like he's just floating backwards, if I can accomplish that. You know, I was kind of holding off on it for a while, but I booted Pal World back up today and started a new game of it. I was really reluctant to give up all the progress that I'd made before, but I figure there's so much that's been changed that I might as well start fresh.
No hate says. Poggers.
Also, I just got back into Path of Exile recently, and I was kind of like, man, I'm actually kind of having fun with it. Do I want to switch to a different game and maybe forget what I was doing the entire time again? Oh well.
Ponyboy Horse says. Why not play RuneScape or Warcraft?
Why would I play either of those? Look, I played enough WoW when I was younger, and it just didn't really stick with me. I'd usually get to like level 30 or 40 and start getting bored. Because all your progress starts to slow to a crawl. But speaking of Pal World, I like some of the stuff they've added in. Like they've really beefed up the abilities that pals have that make them like useful for things other than fighting. I think every pal has some kind of special bonus or skill that they can do now. That's kind of cool to see. All the new things that they can do. Of course, that also means I'm gonna have to put a lot of time back into it to get back to where I was at before. Hopefully it'll hold my attention long enough.
Kohate says. They made the entire experience a lot less grindy too. So that's been enjoyable for me at least.
Oh, that's good to know. Have you done dungeons yet in the latest update? Because last time I got back into it, I was kind of impressed, but they still weren't like super interesting. They were just kind of a fun little thing to do if you got time or you need resources of a particular kind. Also, I've seen some people posting like clips of the legendary fights,
Kohate
which
says,
looks really freaking
yeah,
crazy.
they're the same. They're not so interesting to me. But they're fun to do if you need something to finish at base, but it'll take a while.
Hmm. Yeah, I kind of feel like the whole idea of doing dungeons just usually isn't that interesting when you're in some kind of action game. There's usually not a whole lot you have to worry about in terms of like resource management and stuff to really make it feel like a challenge. That's just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna go over here. Oh, here's some things to fight. Okay, now I'm gonna go over here. Oh, okay, here's some things to fight. The main draw of doing them is just to get things out of it. Which is a fair incentive, I think. Having rewards for doing things is one of the best ways to get players to do them. But at some point, it just kind of feels like, oh, I have to go do this thing because I need the stuff in the dungeon. And it's more like it feels more like a time sink than an actual challenge that you're getting rewarded for.
Kohate says, yeah, there's nothing I found in the dungeons that I need. But they have been nice little bonuses.
I think the main thing I always got out of the dungeons was like the mushrooms and stuff. I think you needed those for like medicine and whatnot. And they also have alpha pals in them at the end. Oh yeah, I found a lucky pal already. I played for like 2 hours and one was just wandering around. Okay, wait a second.
Ponyboy Horse says, I am a lucky pal.
I like that, Pony Boy. They really could stand to like make those more interesting looking, though. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, it's big and it has an ability. Like, could they be different colors, maybe? Could they maybe keep their aura when they're with you?
Kohate says, I hate Lucky Pals.
Why do you hate Lucky Pals? Just that
Kohate
they're not
says,
interesting enough?
They ruin the aesthetics I'm aiming for.
Oh? You know what, that's kinda how I feel in regards to like the legendary pals that I've seen. Like, they're too dang big. Like with creatures, I've made the conscious decision to limit creature sizes to maybe like a large horse or so. Just because they wouldn't really fit on the battle map very well otherwise, and you'd have to make all kinds of special rules for them. Just feels like a little bit game breaking when they're just gigantic. There's already some really big pals to begin with. You know what, I should probably like make this a little more clear that these ones in the back are like wrapping around. And also connect up in this area. It's like the whole idea is that he's like, he's got his tentacles here.
Says, this looks like a marijuana squid.
He's got his tentacles and they're all holding the bulbous sac and squeezing it. To make him go. And these little things up here are like where they tie together. He's like wrapped them around himself so he can give him a squeeze.
Kohate says, I'm sorry.
About what? Are you making a big deal about my use of the term bulbous sac? You know, we could probably stand to like make this more squished.
Through woods of shadow, damp and deep, a conjurer's vow they swore to keep. The spider's brood, they weave their lies beneath the moon's accusing eye. Oh, pack of eight-legged blights, so grim By staff and chant they'll silence them, for redemption calls their fates entwined in questing hearts. Courage they'll find. Their cloaks were threadbare, their souls were torn through failure's ash, their mission born. Spells on lips and lanterns low, they track the webs where shadows grow.
This guy especially could be more squished.
The nests they grow, a clattering choir where dread winds blow. Redeemers tread as quiet as mist through tangled woods of venomous twist. Oh, pack of eight-legged blight so grim, by staff and chant they'll silence them, for redemption calls their fates entwined in questing hearts. Courage they'll find.
Y'all seen some of the screenshots from the Odyssey that they've been throwing up on Twitter?
Each cry for hope, each vow aloud, they drove the darkness from its well, where spiders brood and nightmares dwell.
There's this one where they got like soldiers
Bonaboy Horse
in
says,
armor and it just looks
new
completely
ODSE is a
3D
joke.
printed.
Kohate says, not, are they good?
I would not say so, no.
Kohate says, I heard the whole thing leaked.
Leaked?
Bonaboy
I
Horse
don't know,
says,
I mean, it's like,
the
it's
face
out.
that stole 1,000 ships.
Yeah, the chick they cast as Helen is not fitting the part. But we've known that for a while. And also, what's
Bonaboy
up
Horse
with
says,
the IMAX
Helen of
stuff
Troy is
these
very
days?
scholarly.
Like, people are going to IMAX theaters to watch their movies in freaking
Bonaboy Horse says,
4:3 aspect
also
ratio.
Achilles is a 5 feet 1 inch woman who thinks she's a man.
Yeah, no, that's weird. I've heard people saying, "Oh, it's not woke, but it's not good," and it's like they've got a troon as one of the major warriors. Are you kidding me? What? That's about as woke as it can get.
Bonaboy Horse says, also they made some of the soldiers East Asian and Indian.
I heard about that too.
Bonaboy Horse says, based in Greece.
And apparently they removed the way he gets out from Polyphemus by telling the guy his name is Nobody. Like, how is that supposed to now work? I heard the rationale was that it just didn't translate well. It's like, how does it not translate well? What are you talking about?
Kohate says, that's like the most memorable part of the whole Odyssey.
I know. freaking insane.
Kohate says. Fun Kohate fact, my OC was based on what if Polyphemus was a twink.
Yeah, I kind of figured that since his name is Polly. And he's a Cyclops.
Kohate says. And also just kinda chill.
I kinda deduced that etymology.
Ponyboy Horse says. Why does Kohate like twinks?
I don't know, Ponyboy, I don't know. Why do you like tomboys?
Kohate says. The joy of making characters in your youth and then reminiscing in your old age, smiley face. Ponyboy Horse says. Tomboys are based. Kohate says. I actually hate twinks pbh. Ponyboy Horse says. Tomboys are the best of both worlds, your bro and your girl, all in one.
Oh yeah, Ponyboy, last time you ran a poll on do you like tomboys, like real tomboys, you said. I didn't see the results of that, and now it won't let me. What were the results? Were you the only one casting the vote?
Kohate says. I like this sketch so far.
Yeah, I probably don't need to do much else to it, honestly.
Ponyboy Horse says. I am sure 100% of votes said yes. Kohate says. They're in the cave straight up gassing it, and by it, haha, let's just say, microchewer.
Gassing it? I guess one could say that's what they're doing. Also, I don't think I noticed this when I was making these designs. But these guys basically have the same face as
Ponyboy Horse says.
Or at least the same eyes.
Microchewer.
Patapitter is the one that I have ready to go for the next batch of shorts. That should last me a couple weeks. Then we'll have to get these guys in. Actually, no, we'll have to get Turunga in.
Kohate
Turunga's
says,
next.
Convergent evolution. In my tabletop RPG.
Oh no, don't say that. That's one of the things Pokemon did. They're not regional forms, they're convergent species. Yeah, okay.
Kohate says. Huh.
Have you not seen the convergent species? Hello. Oh, thank you, Ponyboy.
Ponyboy Horse says. You are welcome.
You know, Wiglet. Wiglet is a convergent species. It's not related to Diglett.
Kohate says, I kind of completely lost interest in Pokemon and Nintendo as a whole some time ago.
Yeah, I feel ya.
Kohate says, probably around the time the Switch came out and they axed the DSE shop.
You know what? The first Switch Pokemon game was the first Pokemon game that I skipped. I was like, man, I don't want to buy a whole new console for this shit. Also, it helped that it just looked like garbage. They dropped Mega Evolutions and replaced them with Big Mega Evolutions. Kaiju Mega Evolutions, one might say. And then they treated the Pokemon League like a big sports league thing. And all the gym leaders had like weird sportswear outfits with like sponsor logos and stuff all over them, and it just looked gross.
I stopped when BNW2 came out and I thought, I can't be spending money on this stuff on.
Okay, so you stopped before regional forums were even a thing. Oh, you stopped before Mega Evolutions were even a thing. I think Gen 6 is my favorite one, which is right after Black and White. Well, maybe... I don't know, I have a soft spot for Black and White, but... I think X and Y are like more... They play better.
I've received
Hello.
100 messages today with Restream chat.
Gonzo is sending a raid in. Hello,
Ponyboy
Raiders.
Says, it's Catman.
Yes, hail Catman. Thank you for the
Kohate
raid,
says,
Gonzo.
You know, I have games from 15 years ago that are still getting free content updates and it's just, what is Game Freak or Nintendo doing for me? 2 versions of the same game I've already played.
Yeah, no, the double version thing with Pokemon is really feeling more and more like a cash grab every time.
Hope you have fun.
Evergrade! Y'all need to get back to me on that repo thing.
Gonzo Works 01 says, why?
Hello, Gonzo. How's it going? How was your stream? What are you guys up to over there? Were you drawing again? We're just doing some sketches for future things.
Gonzo Works 01 says, it was a good stream, but I got tangled up in studying guns.
That sounds like something you would get tangled up in. Have you ever drawn yourself with a gun? Your little cat character?
Gonzo Works
I feel like there's some meme potential there.
Drawing guns is hard you. Gonzo Works 01 says, not myself. Gonzo Works 01 says, but I have drawn the cat with a gun.
Let's see, what are these things called? Toxid. Alright. We're gonna save this one. And then I wanna...
Morinquin Hart says, "It was great seeing the complexities of guns." Kohate
Guns have a lot
says,
of weird details, don't
"Just
they?
put M in boxes, Gonzo. Every gun is a box." Gonzo Works 01 says, "It's incredibly complex."
Let's get Wiglet out of here. He's taking up space. I wanted to do like some
Kohate says,
environmental
"Learn
stuff.
that when drawing Shadow the Hedgehog." Gonzo Works 01 says, "Yes, Kohate, but also no."
Shadow the Hedgehog. What about Dark the Hedgehog? I had ChatGPT make some concept art for me, and I'm gonna borrow some inspiration from this and try to... Alright, what is Wiglet doing over here? Create new, not from clipboard. There we go. I haven't really thought much about the aesthetics of like the
Gonzo
ancient
Works 01
civilizations
says,
I've been
"You
thinking
want to
of.
draw something that is vaguely a gun. That generally works, but you want to draw a specific gun. Not so easy." Gonzo Works 01 says, "The hard part is the weapon proportions, compared to the body holding it."
I was looking at this spoon specifically and I was thinking that kind of looks like it could be some kind of power source or an engine. And I got my noggin jogging here. Not entirely sure even how I want to go about doing this, but I guess we're just gonna throw things on the paper here. Oh man, I haven't drawn buildings in a long time.
Gonzo Works 01 says, "Yeah, using AI to generate references has been talked about, but I steer away from that, because it's often really bad."
That's why I'm just using it as inspiration. Because there's a lot of stuff here that's it's not fitting, but there's a lot that I'm like, I could borrow that. Like, I don't think we need these giant holes in the structures. That's a little weird. AI is kind of nice for helping you brainstorm, but it doesn't usually have great ideas on its own. You really have to massage it. Otherwise, you usually just end up with something generic. I was thinking these guys
Gonzo
would have
Works
like
01
buildings that
says,
are kind of circular.
"It's less stressful, in my experience, to just do it the regular way." Gonzo Works 01 says, "Gesture sketches until something lands."
I feel most stressed out when I don't have anything to work from.
Gonzo Works 01 says. Well, that's what ref boards with good refs are for XD.
Refs are so hard to come by these days because freaking AI art has ruined the ability to search for refs easily. I might as well just generate my own. At least then it'll be like vaguely what I'm looking for.
Gonzo Works 01 says. About that, Pinterest walked it back pretty hard.
Pinterest
says. I do not understand making a reference board. It actively makes me angry. Gonzo Works 01 says. Specifically because AI is not copyright protected. Adam SH8BF says. Have you played Pal World 1.0?
I was talking about playing Pal World a little earlier, yeah. I just got back into it today, so I'm not very far because I started a new save to experience it from the beginning. But I'm liking some of the changes so far. I like how all the pals have like little abilities that have specific bonuses, so they all kind of have some kind of use to them. If I remember right, they didn't all have that. It was like just a handful of them. And they weren't always persistent bonuses. You usually had to like craft some kind of pal gear for them.
Gonzo Works 01 says. Okay, bud, I'ma lurk. Have a good session.
I'll try. You know what, I'm actually a little jealous of Pal World because they're actually doing some of the things I'm trying to do with creatures. And now when people look at creatures, they're going to be like, oh, this is just medieval Pal World. At least that's the fear. I haven't actually been accused of such a thing yet. But I guess Pal World fans wouldn't be particularly caring about other people borrowing from the game.
Adam
Even if they
SH8BF
felt
says. Any design concepts or ideas from Pal World you want to take into creatures?
I'm not super inspired by anything that they've done that I haven't already thought about. Like, ultimately, it just feels like they're doing things that I've already intended to do as far as the things that I like about what they've got going on. You know, I should have added more detail to the column before I copy and pasted it several times.
Kohate says, the only thing that might make sense is just having creatures give the PC a passive buff.
Yeah, I've thought about that, but I think the way I'm doing abilities and stuff right now is just better for the format. Because the creatures, like, do things on their own. Like, they don't need the player to take the actions for them. You know what? Maybe we should have the entrance kind of protruding a little bit here. Maybe not that much.
Skullkidry says, morning.
Hey, welcome back. How's it going, Skull Kid Ray? Or is it Skull Kid Ray? I say that you've got capital letters in there. Can't trust Geronimo's pronunciations.
Skullkidry says, Geronimo's pronunciation is surprisingly correct.
Oh wow, that's a first.
Skullkidry says, except when dyslexia buggers up my spelling.
Okay, now how does a guy draw stairs in perspective? Thinking we'll have like
Ponyboy Horse says, Geronimo can't say shit right. Kohate says, you just gotta stare at him a bit.
just gotta stare at him a bit. Yeah, okay. This is especially tricky because I'm trying to do like a hexagonal or half a hexagon thing going on here.
Skullkidry says. Ponyboy horse, but it just said TI correctly. Kohate says. Just put M in a box, woo.
Just put them in a box. That's Kohat's answer to everything. It probably works,
says.
but I can't draw
Geronimo
boxes that well
ABS.
in the first place.
Between the moon and stars, the hounds of dawn go quiet. The ravens bow their heads, for none may cross her border and wake the nameless dead. When dusk comes down to kneel, it never learns to leave. The moon hangs low and bleeding in the teeth of the trees. Midnight matron, call us home. Midnight matron, walk alone. Bone tree shadows long and lean.
Skullkidry says. But it can say shit. It just did.
Midnight matron, hold it down. Night stays open, night stays deep. Rule the woods of Wilder Moon.
Ponyboy horse says. Geronimo sage if.
Ponyboy has a vendetta against Geronimo and its pronunciation.
Ultramansk says. What is the laws against the creatures?
Oh, there aren't many
Skullkidry says.
too many laws
Do
about
you pronounce
creatures.
GIF, 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 or GIF?
We pronounce it the way Geronimo does not. Around here.
Skullkidry says. I prefer you hive myself.
Jive.
Skullkidry says.
That's a new one. Never
Close
heard of
enough,
that one.
Geronimo. Kohate says. I ain't no hive turkey.
You know, one thing I was thinking about for this particular civilization, that might be cool if they had like rotating doors. So it's got like a central point here that it rotates around and it goes like that, kind of like, I don't know what you'd call it. You know, like those glass doors that just spin. Then they're gonna have to have like a foundation here.
Skullkidry says. Hive was proposed on an old PBS video as an alternative to GIF, much like how Goaty is an alternative to fish.
Goaty is an alternative to fish. I have never heard of somebody use that term. Also, I didn't know PBS was ever talking about GIFs.
Beyond the reef and broken K, they net the wonder of the spray. Global slips through iron bars, a river soul in jar and scar. He finds the hatch where none can pass, a gleaming trail in moss and glass. They bow to peace, they guard their breath and bring the new home safe from death. From tower peak to underroot, they speak the vow in steel and flute. No crown above, no fear below, only the road they choose to know. And if the world should fade to gray, they will return and light the way. League of Magi, lead us on through the dark to the coming dawn. League of Magi, hold the flame, we will sing your honored name. League of Magi, ride as one till the last of the ruins is won.
I'm not sure if I should bother with the angled stuff on this, or if I should just keep
Skullkidry
things
says,
round and smoothie.
Goaty is an alternative spelling of fish. It uses the GH from enough, the O from woman, and the TI from nation. Phonetically they spell fish.
That doesn't make sense in any English pronunciations I've ever tried.
Across the restless plains I roam, where black rain claws the stone. Crystal spires pierce the mud, drinking
Skullkidry says,
from the flood.
perplexing linguistics are perplexing.
Golden scars in the broken sky of stars. The ground hums low with old commands beneath the hail and ember sand. Hear them rise, hear them coil, cloud serpents circling the soil.
You know, I think we're just gonna go with curved bases for these things. It's way too much trouble trying to figure out where all the angles would be. And I might have to draw structures like this again some other time.
I saw him once on a tower peak, a giant bird with a storm for a beak, feathers melting into gray, like midnight drag through winter rain. He turned the wind with one sharp cry, and the spires lit up the sky. Then the clouds bowed low in fear.
I definitely need to add some complexity to these things though.
Hear them rise, hear them coil, cloud serpents circling the soil. Jormu nimbus in the rain, calling thunder by its name. Restless plains, hold fast,
As it stands, it just doesn't look like an advanced structure.
Like 1,000 silver bells locked inside the cracker black. If the sky is his true crown, then the storm will take me down or lift me like a burning rune to the eye.
Skull Kidry says, "What's the music you've got on?"
This is some AI bullshit. Sometimes I generate stuff about the setting to get me pumped. So this is just a little thing I whipped up about one of the mythic creatures in the setting. Well, let's kind of continue this kind of look we got going on here. This thing's starting to look a little bit like a chess piece or something.
Skull Kidry says, "Yeah, it does look kinda rookish."
Let's see, let's take this, we'll copy that. Okay, this should probably be further up. Not that. Okay, these 2 layers. There we go. I'll kind of mangle this until it fits in with this one. Something like so. Well, let's merge this whole thing so I don't have to keep moving layers or between when I want to make small edits to things. It's starting to piss me off. Alright. We're starting to look a little more intricate here. I feel like we need something else on the top though. Maybe if we just do kind of like so. Make it match the pillars. Maybe we won't have the structure look so domed like this. Or at least not curvy in the walls.
Ponyboy Horse says, I send my knight to take your rook.
Well, that's too bad, Ponyboy. My rook has a shield. I've been thinking we kinda need to do another draw pile stream again. I have no idea when I could. Work is like really busy. On the upside, we actually have like all the machines running for once. Even the machine that's like a brand new altered version of a machine we were using before. Actually, it's like a conglomeration of two machines that we had. One of them was too small and the other one wasn't working right. So they like took the guts out of the small one and put it in the frame for the big one. Now we're actually able to put more work out. Hopefully we'll see a dent forming in the stuff we have to do. With more machines available. What are we thinking of this, boys? Do we have any comments from the peanut gallery about what we like or dislike about this little structure I'm working on? I tried hard to not make it look phallic. So I don't want to hear any of that shit. Okay, Ponyboy.
Ultramansk says, damn.
Was that gonna be your feedback, Ultraman? kind of thinking I want to draw up a little design for like an engine or something for these things. It'd be like an engine that's powered from creature essence or something. But it needs to look sufficiently magical. You know what, let me consult ChatGPT for some ideas right here. Also, I am gonna put my hair up because I'm freaking sweating. Air conditioning's running and I'm still freaking sweating. Alright guys, just pretend that my model has a man bun now. Oh geez, that looks awfully complex. Here's what ChatGPT just spit out for me. I didn't even notice it had little robots working it. That's a bit much. Let's see if we can get it to simplify things a bit. Seems like it's not really connecting in some of these spots to begin with. Yeah, I don't think he's doing a whole lot that's useful. Let's see, normally engines work, or at least generators, work by stuffing steam through turbines. But how can we translate that to some kind of magical thing using magically animated construct stuff? And what am I even doing? I have a symmetry tool. guess the main issue with something like this is just like if it's magical, how much of it does needs to run on physics? Hmm. You know what? I'm getting an idea. I don't know how much this is going to help me with the design, but hopefully this doesn't get me in trouble. There's like conspiracy theories about this Nazi super weapon that they were working on called the Bell. Die Glocke. I was thinking what I'm drawing kinda resembles that already. Maybe we'll draw a little inspiration from that. Although it doesn't really answer a whole lot of the physics questions. Okay, I can't really use the freaking symmetry tool for this part, I guess. I'll just draw the base of the structure here, and then we'll turn it off.
Through the mists, the path is set. A conjurer's oath, no chance to regret.
We'll just use a different layer without all that.
Where the shadows gleam, under the rule of a fairy's dream. Verdant king, your gaze I feel, a throne of leaves, a realm unreal, bound untold. Oath of the conjurer, forged in fire, through the glades where mortals tire. Dare I brave
At first I was thinking maybe we could
might, a lord of
make it work from air pressure, but I think that's basically
night.
the same thing as
King, your gate,
what modern generators do.
yet I march. I draw near an empire lush, roots so deep, an ageless bond the world shall keep.
Let's curve these things.
Winding streams with laughter laced, the valley braced with ancient grace, yet cunning eyes behind the throne. A fairy king's call.
You know what? I'm actually not liking the way this even looks.
Ponyboy
Let's
Horse
scrap that
says,
idea.
bedtime for me, catch ya next week.
Alright, we'll see you
Ponyboy
around,
Horse
Ponyboy.
says, but before I go,
Ponyboy, the creative process takes time. Can't just put the Jeopardy thing on. Thanks, Ponyboy. Also, have I mentioned to you guys that I hate drawing cylinders and shit? Oof. So we're basically just going to make a turbine here. That looks mostly correct, except these parts are gonna have to be slightly different. These right here need to be turning in the opposite direction. This is where my profession actually comes in. I make things like this. I'll have y'all know. Yeah, this one should come in this direction, and the other one will be more like so. No, wait. More like so. Actually, let's get rid of this too, and we'll draw that on the other layer. So we'll do like that, and then we'll have another compartment like down here. Let me look up something else. I'm thinking we'll have like some kind of air intake here.
At Root Run's gate we keep our watch, with emerald cloaks and king's light glow. Arthur Oakthorn charts the path, and the Val dwellers learn where kindness flows. We tend the grove, we calm the fear, when sharpened teeth and claws are near. From the vale where flowers sing, we lay hands on living things. No child lost, no old alone. We guard this land, our only home. Through vivid land we softly tread, where flowers bloom and roots are spread. For this home we make our stand, as we heed courage, not caution's hand.
We'll have these kind of positioned all around the thing.
Shown his grace, gave us creeping our oath to seal. The Duke uplifts our honored place, and clad our forms in wilder steel, with greenwood shield and bow in hand. By wayward bloom, we cross the land. From the vale where flowers sing, we lay hands on living things. No child lost, no old alone. We guard this land, our only home. Through vivid land we softly tread, where flowers bloom and roots are spread. For this home we make our stand, as we heed courage, not caution's hand. Our sacred oath, our solemn yield, to guard the weak with sword and shield. When foes defy, we never bend, our will unshaken to the end.
Those need to be more round.
Let the briar know our names, let the dusk recede in flame. Not for power, not for gold, but for every heart we hold. If the valley shakes and calls, we rise as one. We do not fall. Through vivid land we softly tread, where flowers bloom and roots are spread. For this home we make our stand, as we heed courage, not caution's hand. Our sacred oath, our solemn yield, to guard the weak with sword and shield. When foes defy, we never bend, our will unshaken.
So generally what I'm thinking of is this is gonna be like an air pump. The bottom section will pump air upward into the spinning turbine there. We are going to need kind of a actual pumping mechanism down here, I think. And I'm not entirely sure what those normally look like. So we're just gonna kind of wing it.
Eldritch fear makes us all beware. Mystic runes glow in the midnight air. We chant our spells with fiery flare. Echoes of darkness all around. In the abyss our courage is found. Light the torches, we'll find our way.
You know what, I guess we can kind of make it so this section here is kind of like cloth. Or some other kind of flexible material.
Chalice raised with sacred light, banish all beyond our sight. In unity we fight the blight, guardians of the endless night.
Now, at some level, we're going to say that this is basically like it's basically using magic to make the base movements, and then the actual mechanism behind it all is there to just increase the power of the thing. I really don't like how those things look. Kinda suck. Not in a design sense, just in a I can't draw it correctly sense. Oh, how do I do this without screwing it up? Okay, you know what? We're gonna have to not do snapping on this. There we go. Now we'll just... Ah, damn it. Okay, that didn't work. I guess I'm just gonna have to copy and paste that thing. Alright. You know, it probably would have helped if I actually made some guidelines. Oh, what is going on here? What happened? I vandalized my own artwork by accident. Alright, let's flip that. Should be something like so. It still doesn't look right. Let's see if we can massage it a little bit. I think part of the problem is just that the base is a little too thick compared to the ones on the side. I think this might be as good as it's gonna get. Now we could throw some colors on this thing to end the stream. I should have some references for the kinds of colors I need to use here. Salute. Here we go. I'll just real quickly throw some of this on here. Whoops. The stupid gradient tool keeps popping up when I'm trying to get to the fill tool. And then we'll make the stairs like so. Then we'll try to work this pattern into it. You know what? Do it slightly differently when I'm wrapping it around something. Move that up a tad. Then we'll just kind of... Oh, you know what? I should actually put this stuff on here before I start copying and pasting. Let's stretch that out a tad. Put some over there. some over here. Maybe we'll do one.
Ultramansk says. Discipling.
Discipling. Is that what you're doing?
Ultramansk says. I will say I am lurking, cause I'm also in a PF2E game.
What does it mean to be discipling? Let's move this downward a tad so it matches the curve a little better. Actually, we could probably get this whole section in on that action. There we go. Now let's throw some colors on this thing too. Whoops. All right. And we'll just make the whole interior of the thing the color of the other stuff. And for this, let's just make this like kinda dark. Whoops. Let's use that background. Close enough. Background's not that important. Oh hell, Ultraman, I didn't even notice you threw bits at me. Thank you. I don't think I got a notification for that. I need to like fix that so I can actually hear it when that happens.
Ultramansk says. Oh no, you did, lol. Ultramansk says. It was this.
Oh, that was an Ask Tomeboys. I didn't even answer with the Tomeboys, did I? I'm not paying attention.
Ultramansk says. Yes.
Alright, well...
Ultramansk says. You did casually saying.
Well, let me answer it for you, Ultraman.
There was no laws against the creatures.
Yeah, people haven't really, gotten that far with creatures these days. They're still viewed as animals. Yeah. Creature society isn't super highly developed. Anyways, let me save this. And maybe I'll come back to it some other time. I'll revisit it and expand on the architecture and stuff, maybe. Maybe draw some other kinds of buildings and stuff. But for now, I think I'm running out of brain power and I need to probably get off of here and maybe play some video games, like maybe Power World or something. Gotta use my day off for something besides more work. So yeah, that'll be it for me. I don't think we have too many people to really justify a raid. I go so late, people just don't stick around that long. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out and popping in and keeping me company while I do my work. So I will see you guys next time, hopefully. Bye!